Welcome to Maple Ridge Chrysler. My name is Jamarly, and today I'll be showing you this great 2016 Ram 3500 Laramie Limited 4x4 in this great red color. This is a great truck, and I'm about to show you a bunch of reasons why you should come down and check it out. Starting over here at the front of the vehicle, we will see our bifunctional projector LED lights, as well as our LED lights below them along the side that actually increase your visibility in your peripheral as well as going forward. Projector headlamps shoot actually about 40% more light onto the road. Now below that is your fog lamps as well as your front towing hooks right here. We have a great grille, and under this hood we have a Cummins Turbo Diesel engine. Cummins has been making diesel engines for a very long time, and that's all they've made ever. They're a great trusted company, and this is the only vehicle to share a commercial engine with a non-commercial vehicle. Now coming down here, we will see that we have our 18-inch completely aluminum rims wrapped with Firestone Transforce tires. These tires are filled with nitrogen, as you can tell by this green cap right here. Nitrogen stays a more equal temperature throughout the year, decreasing leakage, increasing your fuel economy. All of the tires on this vehicle have disc brakes. And this tire has a great amount of tread left on it, so you're not going to have to worry about replacing those anytime soon. Now coming up to the mirror here, we'll see that there's an indicator light right here in the corner, and it is a breakaway mirror. In the case that you get into a minor accident or someone hits it, they'll move out of the way instead of completely coming off, which is a great feature that will reduce worry. As well, you can see that there's a convex mirror along the side here, which increases your visibility along the side of the vehicle. As well, these mirrors are heated, and so you're not going to worry about scraping them or brushing them off in the wintertime. The ice will melt away. Now before we step inside, I'm going to show you a few features on the remote. On this remote is obviously your unlock and your lock button. And now I'm just going to unlock it quickly and show you that when we double press this button, your vehicle locks and starts up. This is a great feature for the winter time when it's cold outside and you want to warm up the vehicle. Now I'm just going to turn it off. And there's also your panic button. Now also, as we come up to the door, you notice it is locked. All I have to do is put my hand into the door handle and the doors are unlocked. As well, I can just press this button and the doors will also lock. So now let's step inside. Here in the front door of the vehicle, we will see our power mirror controls, and the center button also unfolds or folds your mirrors. So I'm just going to press it and you'll see that your mirrors fold out. As well, we have our automatic and power mirror window controls, as well as your power lock controls. The door has a great amount of storage space, cup holders and a water bottle holder, as well as one of your cabin's speakers in their Alpine sound system, which I'll tell you more about in a moment. Here on the left of the steering wheel, we have our headlamp controls that we can also set onto auto and forget it, and their lights will turn on and off and adjust according to the brightness outside. Here we also have our high beams and our interior brightness displays. Here we have our release for the parking brake, as well as your parking brake. And behind the wheel, we also have our adjuster button for how far the brakes and accelerator are from our feet, as well as our lever to adjust the height of the steering wheel. Behind the steering wheel, we have our triggers on both sides that we can use to adjust the volume and adjust the tuning of the radio. And before we fully step inside, I just want to quickly show you that we can save your seat settings 1 and 2 for husband and wife if you so desire. And there's also back lumbar support, which allows you to keep your back supported on those long drives. We also have our power seat adjust Now I'm just going to step inside and show you a few more features on the vehicle. All I have to do is follow the instructions on the screen, put my foot on the brakes, and touch the start button. And here we have it, it starts on up. Now, because the key is in proximity of the vehicle, all I had to do was keep it in here. And that's that. Here in the middle we have our large cluster display with a large digital screen that is customizable. If we look through a few of the options, we'll see our speed in miles per hour or kilometers per hour, which is really easy to change. We also have our tire pressure monitors, our transmission temperature, oil life, etc. You can also look at our fuel economy, trip information, and so much more. Now coming down to the wheel, we will see our voice recognition controls as well as our remote to control that digital display. These voice recognition controls are really important because you can keep your hands on the wheel, reducing your danger by answering your phone calls by not removing your hands off the wheel or eyes off the road. Here on this side we have our cruise control buttons. Moving over, we have our shifter here with our plus and minus to manually shift if you so choose. As well, we have our dial here for our 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive lock, and 4-wheel drive low and neutral. We also have a DC plug below that. And here we have the star of the show, our 8.4-inch Uconnect screen, largest in class. This is a touch screen. We have AM, FM, and Sirius satellite radio. We can connect mobile media devices via USB, auxiliary jack, Bluetooth, or SD card reader. We can also have heated seats or vented seats for both passengers, as well as your heated wheel, your mirror dimmer, or your backup camera, which is a great feature. Just gonna press back. We can also monitor our climate. We can have separate climate zones or synced climate zones. Here's your navigation, and we can pair a phone as I mentioned earlier. I'm just gonna turn the screen off. Here we have our climate controls and some other controls like, as I mentioned, your heated and vented seats and your heated wheel, as well as your power engine brake for the vehicle, especially when you're towing large amounts of weight, as well as your traction control and your rear and front parking brakes or parking sensors. Below that we have another drawer area, a USB power outlet, an AC power outlet, 2 large glove compartments. In the center we have 3 large cup holders, and under this we have our SD card reader, USB port, auxiliary jack, and DC plug. Here we have our change collector. Up above we have our large sunroof that can be opened, as well as our button to open the sliding door in the back. And here we also have our buttons for the universal remote for garages. Now there's really awesome details in this vehicle, like the leather upholstery and the Laramie embossment on the seats. There's also these great real wood details. Now I'm just going to step around to the back and finish this tour with you. As we look at the size of this door, we'll notice that this is a crew cab, which means we have a large back seat area. Here in the door we have our power window controls. The window rolls all the way down, which is a great feature. There's a great amount of storage in these doors. And another one of your speakers. We have in here in the back, there's a great amount of space. I'm going to show you a few different places to store things, like your seat back pocket. And we have these great compartments on both sides where we have these inserts that are removable. We can use these inserts as your cooler, or you can store whatever you may like in them. Those are great storage spaces. Here in the back we have our 60/40 split, and on this side and both sides we can store things under. As well, we can fold out this piece right here in order to store things flat on this surface. There's also your 2 cup holders in the armrest, as well as 2 cup holders below. Now as I step to the back, I want to point out that this vehicle has those stepping rails along the side, and this vehicle has the long box. As I mentioned before, we have our backup camera here. Both are 4-pin and 7-pin hitch hookups. The factory installed hitch, as well as your sensors along the back for parking. This box is lined. Thank you so much for doing this quick walk around of this amazing 2016 Ram 3500 Laramie Limited 4x4. I hope you'll come down to Maple Ridge Chrysler to check out this vehicle or other new and used options. Remember, we have 0% financing and we are closer than you think.